Border Towns is a combination of music, movement, in which I train a group of 8 actors and singers to sound like a collage of samples of every music you might know, from Bruce Springsteen to Whitney Houston to Paul Robeson to hundreds of samples that I train them to lip-sync to or sound like over a period of time. The ending piece, as somebody once described, was like American Idol entering a combat zone in which people sing every fragment of every song you've heard since childhood, and it all makes sense somehow in the end. A lot of my work is motivated by the fact that I don't like concerts anymore. They're these weird rituals where people get up on stage very formal. So when people sing in my piece, they've always got something to do. 7 people tackling each other on stage while singing fragments of Bruce Springsteen and Ray Charles, blindfolding each other with blankets and carrying each other off in stretchers in an intensely complex sort of 7-minute piece. So it's not really a song. It's more of a rebirthing ritual that uses a lot of samples from Bruce Springsteen. Actually, one of the musical things that inspires me is the notion of a medley, which is very underrated in the musical community. You wrote a medley, you wrote an arrangement, but all my songs are medleys of hundreds of tunes. So what happens after a while is that each of these songs starts to accrete all the samples from all the other. In a way, it's blurring locale. You can't tell where you are by the end of this piece. In this, I'm a little bit inspired by the Disney Small World ride. If you ever look at Disney rides, they're usually often organized by music, i.e. what is the continuity between kind of animatronic bears there and people on a steamship over there is that they're all singing the same tune, and just as you go over the luge into the new steamship area, you realize, oh, the only continuity we have is the music. It's a little spooky, yeah, which is kind of how I see these works. They're kind of like a Disney ride where you get on, you can't get off, and you're a little spooked at the end, you're kind of hardened, but you're also just hopefully changed.